In 1434, an artist hid a secret message in what seemed to be a simple portrait of a wealthy couple. For centuries, everyone thought that they knew what the painting meant, until a shocking discovery in the 1990s changed everything. This isn't just any painting. It's the Arnolfini portrait, and today we're going to decode one of art history's greatest mysteries. For nearly 5 centuries, art historians were convinced they had solved the mystery of the Arnolfini portrait's subjects. The confident identification pointed to Giovanni di Arrigo Arnolfini and his wife Jeanne Senami, two prominent figures in the flourishing merchant community of 15th century Bruges. This seemed to perfectly fit the painting's air of wealth and dignity. The theory went unchallenged until a revolutionary discovery in the 1990s turned this long-held belief on its head. When researchers uncovered documents showing that Giovanni and Jeanne's marriage took place in 1447, 13 years after Van Eyck signed and dated the painting, it sparked a complete reassessment of everything we thought we knew about this masterpiece. Even more intriguingly, by 1447, Van Eyck himself had been dead for 6 years. This revelation wasn't just a minor historical correction, it completely demolished the traditional interpretation of the painting as a wedding portrait. As scholars dug deeper into the Arnolfini family records, new possibilities emerged. The focus shifted to another Arnolfini, Giovanni di Niccolao, a cousin of the previously identified subject. Evidence suggested that Giovanni di Niccolao had been married twice, and his first wife, Constanza Trenta, had died in February 1433, possibly during childbirth. This timing, just a year before the painting's creation, opened up an entirely new and poignant interpretation. Could this be a memorial portrait combining both remembrance and presence? The theory gains strength when we consider that memorial portraits were not uncommon in this period, though they usually took a different form. What makes this possibility particularly fascinating is how it transforms our understanding of the painting's incredibly detailed symbolism. Every element, from the couple's positioning to the objects surrounding them, takes on a new meaning when viewed through this lens. Each carefully placed object and detail might hold clues to the true nature of this portrait. Let's start with one of the most striking features, the elaborate brass chandelier hanging above the couple. At first glance, this chandelier might seem like just another symbol of wealth, but look closer. Only one candle burns directly above the man's head, while on the woman's side, we can see the stub of an extinguished candle. If this is indeed a memorial portrait, this detail takes on profound significance. The burning candle representing the living husband, while the extinguished flame symbolizes his deceased wife. This kind of subtle symbolism was characteristic of Northern Renaissance art, where everyday subjects often carried deeper spiritual or emotional meaning. Perhaps the most fascinating element is the convex mirror on the back wall. Not only does it demonstrate Van Eyck's technical mastery, but it also serves multiple symbolic purposes. The mirror reflects 2 additional figures entering the room, one possibly Van Eyck himself, making them witnesses to whatever scene is being depicted. Around the mirror's frame are 10 tiny medallions showing scenes from Christ's Passion. The careful arrangement of these scenes, with death and resurrection on the woman's side and life on the man's, adds another layer to the memorial interpretation. The small dog standing between the couple has generated countless interpretations over the centuries. In traditional art, dogs often symbolized fidelity, making them common in wedding portraits. However, in ancient Roman tradition, dogs were also believed to guide souls to the afterlife. Notice how the dog stands slightly closer to the woman? This positioning might be yet another subtle reference to her passing. These intricate symbols lead us to naturally consider another aspect of the painting that speaks volumes about both its subjects and its time: the stunning display of wealth and status that surrounds them. The Arnolfini family had built their fortune on the textile trade, and Van Eyck ensures that their prosperity is unmistakable in every brushstroke. The painting functions almost as a Renaissance version of a luxury lifestyle magazine, showcasing the finest possessions money could buy in 15th century Bruges. Consider the woman's dress, a masterpiece of both craftsmanship and conspicuous consumption. The vibrant green color alone would have cost a small fortune, achieved through multiple applications of expensive pigments. The dress's voluminous folds, requiring yards of fine wool, demonstrate the family's access to premium textiles. The fur trim, likely miniver or ermine, would have been among the most expensive materials available. Beneath this, we glimpse a blue underdress dyed with ultramarine, a pigment more precious than gold at the time. The room itself is a carefully curated display of imported luxuries and fine craftsmanship. The oriental carpet beneath their feet would have been an exotic import from thousands of miles away. The oranges casually displayed on the windowsill and chest weren't just any fruit. In cold northern Bruges, these Mediterranean imports were rare luxury items, symbols of both wealth and sophisticated taste. The magnificent brass chandelier, the carved wooden furniture, and especially the large convex mirror, an extremely expensive item in the 15th century, all broadcast the family's elevated social status. Yet, Van Eyck wasn't merely creating a catalog of luxury goods. Through his revolutionary oil painting technique, he transformed these status symbols into something more, a demonstration of both earthly prosperity and artistic virtuosity. His ability to capture the play of light on various surfaces, the gleam of brass, the soft pile of fur, the luminous fresh tones, elevates these material displays into transcendent technical achievements. So, why does this 600-year-old painting continue to captivate us? Perhaps because it's both incredibly intimate and endlessly mysterious. It gives us a window into a specific moment in time, whether that's a wedding, a memorial, or something else entirely, while also raising questions we may never fully answer. The Arnolfini portrait revolutionized how artists approach realism and symbolism in painting. Van Eyck showed that a portrait could be both a display of technical virtuosity and a complex web of meanings and messages. His influence can be seen in everything from Velázquez's La Meninas to modern photography's attention to symbolic detail. Today, the painting continues to inspire new interpretations and debates. Some scholars see it as an early example of feminist art history, pointing to how it depicts marriage as a partnership rather than male dominance. Others focus on its role in developing new techniques in oil painting. Each generation seems to find something new in this endlessly fascinating work. What makes the Arnolfini portrait truly special is how it rewards close looking. The more time you spend with it, the more details and possible meanings emerge. It reminds us that great art isn't just about technical skill. It's about creating something that continues to spark curiosity and conversation centuries after its creation. Speaking of which, what do you think? Is this a wedding portrait, a memorial to lost love, or something else entirely? Drop your theories in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this mysterious masterpiece. And while you're sharing your thoughts, here's a question for you. Which hidden symbol in the painting surprised you the most? If you enjoyed unraveling art history's mysteries with me today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon. That way, you won't miss our next deep dive into another fascinating masterpiece. And hey, if you know someone who loves a good mystery or appreciates amazing art, share this video with them. Thanks for joining me on this journey through one of art history's most intriguing puzzles.